Hello and welcome to Monday. Now, I've been hinting at this for a while, and I've talked about it within the past couple of days quite a bit, but today we're actually going to talk about it, and that would be the fall of Hobo Johnson. So, I actually wrote a review of this already. I mentioned it yesterday. I left it in the description yesterday. I'll leave it in the description today. Wherever it may be. Hopefully it's still down there. Anyway, the fall of Hobo Johnson. I started listening to Hobo Johnson back in 2020 with this album. And, yeah, it's been a wild ride following him. I actually picked up the Rise of Hobo Johnson. This is a really weird cover, too. It's pretty decent. Pretty unhinged. And yeah, it's definitely something. That's just gonna sit there for the entire video. So the fall of Hobo Johnson. This came out September 2019, something like that. And I started listening to it sometime in 2020. The fall of Hobo Johnson is probably one of the better albums of 2019. It is unhinged. If I were to sum up my taste in music, I'm gonna just set this aside somewhere else. If I were to summarize my taste in music over the past couple of years, it would be going more from like the indie to punk rock, but more recently, and it started all with this. It is unhinged man sings over guitar or like some rock music or something, fighting his demons. It's true in my review of Pups Morbid stuff. Artists like Jeff Rosenstock is another one that comes to mind. And I really enjoy that genre because it's just a cathartic release of energy. And that's what it feels like on this record. So, songs like, where is it? I guess, might be Sorry My Dear. It's quite a few, but, songs like You and the Cockroach are just him rambling on about nothing. Current state of politics and socio, standards. It's just wild. Like, his voice and cadence are just so unique, and having him sing about literally whatever the man wants to sing about, typical stories about the other side of stories that you hear like as a kid, like, you know, a dog escaping his cage where he's scared to be in, scared to live in, but then he realizes, you know, the world is a scarier place, so he returns. Something like that. You know, the king of whatever land is bringing prosperity or whatever, except he isn't. The citizens are uprising. Things like that. Mover Aware is about, you know, somebody moving away that's important to you in your life. Ugly Kid, he's saying that not only is he ugly on the outside but on the inside, but as a kid, but as he's grown up, he's gotten a little bit better at that. Even the Cockroach is unhinged completely. It's wild. It's great. Subaru Crosstrek is hilarious to me as a Subaru owner. You know, it kind of hits that for me. It's just like, oh yeah, I own one of those. It's a very reliable vehicle. He's comparing where he is versus where he wants to be. Comparing a Subaru Crosstrek to a Lamborghini. And how he's fine with that. Like, he wishes he had more, but it's whatever. Moonlight and Happiness are kind of the lower points on the record, but a song like Ode to Justin Bieber, he compares his fame and newfound success and how he's handling it versus how Justin Bieber, kid at the time, handled his. February 15th is a very, I think it was like a live recording or whatever. Again, very just like on edge. I Want a Dog is a great closer to the album too. It's about how while he wants the best for him in his life, he's gonna settle for just having a dog. It's a very wild album. It's, again, a glimpse into the mind of somebody who's feels like, and the way they sing is just like on edge, about to like cry or fight or do something, like explode every single second. It's really interesting to just like be able to listen along and like see what he's experienced and how he's lived his life. It's really excellent album. It's like the bass lines on this are great. I can't say enough good things about it, and hope you either give it a listen or read the review I did, because it's really good for 2019. And yeah, I started listening back in 2020 and won't really look back. His new stuff, well, newer stuff, he released an album called The Revenge of Hobo Johnson, and Hobo Johnson alienates his audience, and since then, where he's been at recently, it's kind of been sketchy. I'm not entirely sure if the band is together, if they're not, if he's touring, or if he's not. Like a couple of days ago, as of this recording, he mentioned on his socials or whatever that he was doing a live show in California, or a few live shows in California, but I'm not entirely sure if that's still the case, because the tickets on the sites were not like there was nothing on the sites or whatever. But hopefully we get to hear more music from him, because Revenge was not great, and him and Hobo Johnson alienates its audience was it was something else. It was, again, unhinged, man. But if he returns to form with the fall of Hobo Johnson, this dude is probably gonna go insane places, because it's just wild. Just having, I love being able to see a glimpse into somebody's head with, like, again, the words and terms I keep going back to is cathartic release. It's just so good. I love that kind of music. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. If you want to hear more rambling, you and the cockroach, for sure. But yeah, that's Ronan Call It for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.